I've got a nice little rash going on there. I think it's from poison ivy from cleaning the weeds the other day. Yeah, I seem to have picked up some contact dermatitis from taking care of the weeds on the back fence, whether it's poison ivy or poison sumac. Yeah, I've got a lot of itching going on and redness. Well, you can't see it now. Anyway, yeah. I straightened up the desk area here. You wouldn't know it. It looks like a before picture, not an after picture, but it does look better. At least I know where things are, and I threw a lot of... I make lists and lists of lists and things like that, and I weeded all that out and threw a lot of that away. Yeah, I have still no sleep. I'm running on adrenaline. Nothing but adrenaline. Too bad adrenaline can't eat my fat away, that's for sure. And I sat there lying there this morning, you know. Even if I fell asleep in the afternoon, I would have welcomed it, but no. And I'm thinking, am I stupid? I always thought I was smart, but maybe I'm stupid, because if you're stupid, how do you know? You don't know it, right? So, I don't know. I mean, my brain's like a giant filing cabinet with lots and lots of papers and things on it, and sometimes if I think hard enough, a little magic hand reaches in and pulls out the right piece of information. I usually seem to do pretty well being the armchair player and watching Jeopardy on TV. But yeah, I have a lot of stress going on. I did eat 3 times today. Almost ate too much, but I don't know. Got a lot of stress. I have some government type paperwork I need to fill out. Some of it I don't know where I'm supposed to get the medical information from because I don't know who has it. When I was tested for disability insurance, those people that did the test had the information, but I don't know how to get in touch with those people. So I don't know what to do. So I have to figure out that one. And also, some Discover Card's trying to take me to court for like $4,200, $4,200 or more dollars, which is the day right before I leave to go to Canada. I really don't want to go to court, but they always threaten you with all these things, and I don't know what will happen if I don't go. So I've got to call legal aid if I can find legal aid. The credit card thing that they say I owe all this money, a long time ago, 10 years ago actually, 10 years next month, they brought me in and they said, they had this piece of paper, do you agree that you owe us blah 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 money? And I looked at them and I said, no, I don't agree to that. And I wouldn't say any more, and that frustrated the hell out of them. They had me sign a paper saying that I refused. And then they let me go home. Well, what, 2 weeks ago, when the guy showed up at the door with the legal paperwork, it's a copy of a copy of a copy. You know, it's like a really bad photocopy, copies. And it's the paper that I signed on, but there's other stuff handwritten in there that's been copied 2 or 3 times. So you can't tell when it was written. Like a forensics guy could say, well, this was written a year ago, or this was written 10 years ago. You can't tell. And my signature is over the verbiage, and I never write a signature over words. I've said this before. So I'm dealing with that. That's a very big stress, and that's a lot of money, and that can just totally screw up my life a lot. So I've got to straighten that out. But I've arranged to have my voter training after I get back from Canada. And I'm supposed to pick up an absentee ballot for my mother. So I make lists of stuff, see? I've got more lists to make. And then I got a call from my longtime friend Terry. She and I have been friends since 1969, which makes it 47 years. That was junior high. We used to walk home the same way from school, so we became friends. She's a little different than I. She is conservative, and she does middle-aged women type stuff. Crafts and scrapbooking and all that stuff. I don't do that. I do other stuff. I'm different. I'm like a loose cannon, I suppose. But she called me to tell me that her brother passed away. He had diabetes real bad. He lived with her and her husband. And he had these sores on his lower legs, kind of like the ones my brother has on his. But my brother's not diabetic, and I don't understand why he's not, but he's not. But her brother had these sores, and they developed an infection. And he became sick with pneumonia, and they took him to the hospital. The pneumonia got worse, but on the death certificate he died from sepsis, which is like blood poisoning. The infection got into his system. So if you have diabetes, or if you have any kind of ulcers or skin sores or anything like that, please take care of yourself. It's very, very miserable when you're in ill health. I'm not in ill health, but my health isn't the best. I have degenerative disc disease where it's disintegrating in my lower back, and I have to wear a Velcro back brace a lot of the times if I'm out doing anything like mowing the grass or anything, or standing for a length of time. So when I go to Canada, I'm going to have to wear it and take it off for TSA and all that lovely stuff. And I also have this little, it's like a walking stick that I use if I have to walk or stand for a length of time, which I will have to do when I go on this journey. So I'll have to take that with me, and that's going to have to be swiped down and checked over and all that crap by TSA too. It's a pisser. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. I still have to clean up around here. It just, I don't know, when you don't feel like it, and you don't get any sleep, and you feel like a zombie, the zombie apocalypse isn't the real dead coming up through the ground. It's everyone else trying to keep up with society and not sleeping, or getting no sleep or poor sleep, and having 10,000 things to do. Everybody just needs to slow it down to an easier pace of life. It's insane. They call it the rat race because it's just like that. Everyone's running for that piece of cheese. Crazy. Anyway, I hope that things will go well. I'm nervous about the legal crap. And I'm kind of nervous, and I sat and kind of teared up a little bit about I hope that I'm not a burden to them up in Canada. Americans tend to be brash, and all the Canadians I know are very sweet and extra kind, and I just don't want to come off as being trashy or anything. I don't think that I am, but like when you're poor, you just kind of don't care as much. And when I wasn't poor, I thought, how can people feel that way? Well, I can feel that way. I'm trying to care. I'm trying to care and do the best I can, and that's all you can do. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Upward and onward.